Hello, and welcome to a discussion of the issues of Campaign 2008. I'm Chris Kiergaard. With me today are, representing the Democratic viewpoint, Jason Jenkins, and representing the Republican viewpoint, Ginger Hermann. Our topic today is the issue of energy. On that topic, Senator Obama would consider a limited increase in offshore drilling. He opposes drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. He proposes a windfall profits tax on the largest oil companies to pay for an energy rebate of up to $1,000. He is opposed to a suspension of the gas tax, and he has proposed releasing 70 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to boost supplies. He says that his global warming plan would increase energy costs. Senator McCain favors increased offshore drilling and building 45 nuclear power reactors by 2030. Crystal Benton, speaking for McCain, said he proposes no federal spending for help in construction of the plants. McCain believes the goal can be achieved with loan guarantees under existing law, with a resolution of the impasse over waste disposal and financial advantages the industry would have from a zero-emissions power source with the CAP and trade program. McCain also opposes drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. He proposed suspending the 18-cent per gallon federal gas tax, but the idea got no traction. He says that his global warming plan would also increase energy costs. Jason, from the Democratic viewpoint.
The only way we're going to fix energy problems in this country is getting off of oil. McCain's plan calls for reducing our addiction on foreign oil, and I don't think foreign oil is the problem. I think it's our usage of oil. I mean, we use it in everything. How long has this country been using the combustion engine? I mean, we have other technologies out there that we could be using. We should be shifting in that direction. Also, it would be prudent of us, before we hit peak oil, to switch entirely to renewable sources of energy, such as wind power or solar power.
Ginger, the Republican viewpoint.
Well, Senator McCain realizes that in the interest of national security and future prosperity, we need to become energy independent. And his proposals and ways to accomplish that involve a combination of short-term fixes, a transition into longer-term solutions. Unlike Senator Obama, who has been reluctant to use the resources that we have at hand, he proposes that we lift the ban on offshore drilling for an immediate fix. So that will send a message to the world that we are serious about our energy, supplying our own energy needs, and therefore I think gas prices at the pumps will be lower. As part of his other solution, he plans to transition from clean coal technology to nuclear technology. We can get into more details as we have more time, but eventually nuclear power would supply 80% of our electrical needs, and the other 20% could come from newer technology as we improve with solar, wind, and hydro technology. As far as vehicles, he's proposing a lot of incentives to manufacturers for flex fuel vehicles and et cetera. But it has to be a combination of short-term fixes and long-term fixes. Senator Obama thinks we can just fix this very quickly. It's going to involve using our own resources initially and then developing the technology to move forward.
Feel free to continue.
Where do I begin? Offshore drilling is not a long-term solution, nor is it a sustainable solution. I believe it was in 1999, a report was released that peak oil should be hitting the world by 2020 at the very earliest, and that supplies could diminish with increased demand by 2050. I think that's pretty serious. I mean, when we get all of our fuel for our cars and planes from petroleum, we need to look into other options. Not to mention plastics. We get plastics from oil. We get all kinds of stuff from oil. When that runs out, what do we do?
Well, as I said before, the drilling for oil is not the long-term fix. That is the short-term fix. That is what is going to send the message to that we are not at the mercy of the whims of other countries around the world. We are serious about our own energy supply. Right now, most of our electrical supply for corporations and homes comes from coal, and we have good clean coal technology, but Senator McCain wants to invest in better technology, cleaner coal, and at the same time begin the construction of nuclear reactors. France constructed one kind of cookie cutter nuclear plant after the other, about one every 2 months, and they are solving their energy crisis in that way. Now, Senator McCain proposes 45, I think, by the year 2030, and eventually 100 new nuclear power. And nuclear power is not what it was in the 70s. The after product, they have found a way to degrade that so that the after product is not as dangerous as it used to be. In fact, all the spent rods that have been used so far would fit into one gymnasium. So it's an amazing clean. That is going to be the way of the future.
Obama has also voiced his support of building new nuclear plants and resorting to nuclear energy with safeguards. As long as we can do it safely and minimize the risk of something happening, as well as part of his Homeland Security initiative, he would like to increase security for our existing nuclear sites and obviously into the future. Both candidates share that that view, but it's not everything.
No, it's not. And I think both candidates obviously want to solve the energy problem. Senator McCain, one thing that he is serious about is enforcing the clean air standards. We have clean air standards right now, and they are not, Senator Obama is recommending that we make them more stringent. But let's first enforce what we have on the books. The clean air standards, the auto manufacturers are just bypassing them, paying a penalty, and passing it along to the consumer. So there's a lot that can be done right off the bat. Senator McCain is offering a $5,000 tax credit to a consumer that buys a zero-emission car, or a tax credit on a graduated scale based on that. There's many programs, and again, they both agree that the energy problem needs to be solved. It's just that I think Senator Obama's plan in general is we're not going to be able to fill the gaps without doing some short-term fixes.
Quick response to that.
I really doubt these are going to be short-term fixes. It just strikes me as suspicious when one candidate immediately says, "Hey, let's drill for more oil," and look where that's gotten us so far. I think that our first priority should be clean, renewable energy sources, and we have the technology to do it. We don't need to go out and look for places the sun shines or where the wind blows. We already know that, and it's abundant, and all the facilities, including solar and wind farms, can be built where people don't live.
Okay. Thank you both very much.